Hello everyone. There has been a wonderful outpouring of love and appreciation for Louise in the last few days since her transition. And I know that we're going to miss her physical presence on the planet, but her spirit will certainly be blessing us, and she's left an amazing body of work to carry forward and help people worldwide continue to change their lives. I've known Louise for over 30 years, and there are so many memories that I have of her. It would take a long time to share them all, but there's just a few things that I'd like to share with you today. First of all, I met Louise at a breakfast meeting in 1986, and I already loved her book, so I was really excited to meet her. And she started out her part of the session saying, "Okay, let's just have a nice question and answer period this morning." And that was actually Louise's favorite method of working. Rather than just speaking, she would really enjoy interacting individually with people because she knew that whatever issue or question they had, other people in the group probably had as well. So she loved just that individual contact. And she's very intuitive, as you may already know. If you've seen her either in person or on the DVDs that she has interacting with audiences, you can really see that. And that day I was so impressed with the person of Louise after having read the book, and just saw how wise and articulate, intuitive, and poised she was. So at the end of the meeting, I went up to her and I said, "I'd like to be on your mailing list," and she said, "Okay, call Hay House," which I did. And I was then privileged to attend the 7 intensives that she did over the next several years. The first 2, I was a participant, and the next 5, I was a participant and an assistant with her, and a number of other assistants there as well, and even got to teach a few sessions. So that was really an amazing blessing. And that association and those trainings actually evolved into the Heal Your Life training program that Louise approved. And there are now 2,000 or more, maybe, Heal Your Life workshop leaders and coaches worldwide in 72 countries and 42 U.S. states. So they continue to help people take Louise's message even deeper. Now, Louise's book, You Can Heal Your Life, has sold over 50 million copies, and I mean the other books have sold many millions as well. But she would always say, "I'm a simple lady with a simple message. Learn to love yourself, change your thinking, change your life." And that certainly has been the message that millions of people have taken to heart and enabled their lives to change. And Louise is such an inspiration, coming from the abusive background that she had into this international publishing company that has been so successful worldwide. Now, if you heard Louise talking to people, or you talked to her and said, "Louise, you changed my life," she would always say, "No, dear, you changed your life. I gave you the tools, and you were willing to take them and use them." She also listened to what people asked for. So when people said, "Louise, you need to write down your ideas," that's how the You Can Heal Your Life book came about. She was also very courageous. In the 1980s, at a time when people were so scared about this disease in the gay community that people were dying of, Louise stepped forward. She knew she had healed herself of cancer, and she knew that healing was possible. And so she opened her living room to 8 gay men initially, and began to teach them her principles of changing your thoughts and healing, the connection between the mind-body connection, in her book, the little blue book as it started out. And that grew to 800 people in an auditorium in West Hollywood on Wednesday nights. And those were amazing. I was blessed to go to many of those meetings, and also even to host one of them myself when Louise was traveling. And that night became a place of safety and hope for so many people. And it wasn't just the gay community that came. They began bringing their straight friends. They brought their parents. They brought nurses and doctors and social workers. And so it spread in a beautiful way. And I really credit Louise with helping to change the consciousness around AIDS so that it's today become a manageable disease rather than a death sentence as it was back then. So some of the things that we need to remember about our own lives in terms of Louise's legacy was that she had an intention to help as many people change their lives as possible. She didn't start out having an intention to have a worldwide publishing company, no. That was how Spirit guided her in that original intention she had to help as many people as possible heal their lives, because she knew what had happened in her life. So there are wonderful techniques, the affirmations, the mirror work, the inner child work, and everything else that Louise taught. The way that we can really honor her the most is to use those techniques in our own life, keep transforming ourselves at even deeper levels, and help more people. And so it is. Namaste.